Alrighty then, folks, we have reached our last video of this activity packet, income elasticity. Alright, so kind of like cross elasticity with income elasticity, the key is sign. Alright, so this is measuring sensitivity. Instead of changing price, we've got a change in our income. So how sensitive are consumers to a change in their incomes? So again, what we're going to need to do is think back to chapter 4 and think about income, consumer incomes. And again, remember what happened. How did consumers behave? Depending on whether the good was a normal good or an inferior good. So we're going to calculate our income elasticity, use that answer to figure out what is this good, a normal good or an inferior good. All right, so here's our equation, income elasticity. We're taking the percent change in quantity demanded relative to percent change in income. Always, all of these equations, percent change in quantity is always on top. Percent change in price, or here, percent change in income, is always on the bottom. So we're going to use this formula to do step 1, right? Calculate income elasticity. So part A says, when income rises 5%, quantity demanded for audio cassettes falls 5%. So let's go ahead and calculate that. So EI equals percent change in quantity. So we said quantity falls negative 5% when income rises 5%. So plus 5%. All right, so there we go. So our income elasticity is equal to negative 1. So what does that mean? Is this good at a normal or inferior good? Again, look at the sign. Okay? Negative. So that means when our income went up, we bought less. So what would that mean? Is this a normal or inferior good? Remember the definitions from chapter 4. When our income goes up and we buy less of something, that is an inferior good. All right, so negative answer, that means inferior good. Right? Think of, again, plug in a good like ramen noodles, used cars. Those are inferior goods, right? When our income goes up, oh, now I can afford beef or chicken. My demand and the amount, the quantity of ramen noodles that I'm going to buy goes down. So negative relationship between income and quantity demanded, that would tell us it's an inferior good. All right, let's look at B. B says when income falls 10%, quantity of pizza demanded falls 14%. So again, first step, let's calculate income elasticity. So plug in those numbers, negative 14% when income falls negative 10%. So negative divided by negative is positive. All right, so we have a positive answer. Oops, positive. There we go. No, not positive, positive. All right, so what does that mean? A positive income elasticity means this is a normal good. Remember, normal good means, from chapter 4, when our income falls, we buy less. When our income rises, we buy more. By definition, that's a normal good. Income and the amount we buy move in the same direction. Positive relationship. So when we get a positive answer, that means this is a normal good. All right, now here there is an extra step because I asked up above, if it is a normal good, is demand income elastic or income inelastic? So remember those terms from the beginning of this chapter when we talked about price elasticity. Bigger than 1, elastic. Smaller than 1, inelastic. So this would be income elastic since it is a normal good and our value is bigger than 1. There you go. So that means people are highly or relatively more sensitive to a change in their incomes. Income elastic. All right. So that's it. The problem down here, again, is just thinking about income elasticity. Movies is 3.4. Pizza is 0.2. That's pretty small. You get a raise at work that doubles your income. Assuming price of movies and pizza remain the same, would you double your expenditure on movies and pizza? Why or why not? Okay, so come back up here to this formula. Remember what that means, right? So percent change in quantity relative to a percent change in income. So movies, our income elasticity was 3.4. That means for any given change in income, percent change in quantity is going to be 3.4 times that. So if our income doubled, actually, we would buy way more than double the amount of movies, right? Because we're highly income elastic. So anything bigger than 1, income elastic, we're going to more than double our spending on that good. So movies, yes, we would actually more than double our spending on movies. But notice the income elasticity of pizza is only 0.2. That means for 100% increase in our income, this is only going to go up 20%, right? 0.2 of that. That's our income elasticity. So the pizza, the answer is no, because that's pretty income inelastic. So even though our income doubled, we have a very low income elasticity. Our amount of pizza that we buy would not double. It would only go up, again, 20% with an income elasticity of 0.2. All right, that is it. That concludes all of our videos. If you have any questions, let me know. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope this helps you. And again, please come on in or ask away, email me if you do have any further questions. Thank you. We'll see you on Monday.